The renewed pact. And the Lord said to Moses, Smooth 2 tables of stone like the first, and I will write on those tables the words that were on the first tables that you broke. Therefore prepare yourself for tomorrow, and go up to Mount Sinai in the morning, and stand before me on the top of the mountain. And let no man go up with you, nor appear any in all the mountain, neither sheep nor oxen graze before the mountain. And Moses smoothed 2 tables of stone like the first, and he rose early in the morning and went up to Mount Sinai, as the Lord commanded him, and he took the 2 tables of stone in his hand. And the Lord descended in the cloud, and was there with him, proclaiming the name of the Lord. And Jehovah passed before him and proclaimed, Jehovah, Jehovah, strong, merciful and pious, slow to anger, and abounding in mercy and truth. Who keeps mercy for thousands, who forgives iniquity, rebellion and sin, and who will by no means hold the wicked innocent, that visits the iniquity of the fathers on the children and on the children's children, to the 3rd and 4th generation. Then Moses hastened and lowered his head to the ground and worshipped. And he said, If now, Lord, I have found favor in your eyes, let the Lord now go among us, because it is a stiff-necked people, and forgive our iniquity and our sin, and take us for your inheritance. Warning against the idolatry of Canaan. And he answered, Behold, I make a covenant before all your people, I will do wonders that have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation, and all the people among whom you are will see the work of the Lord, because what I will do with you will be a tremendous thing. Keep what I command you today. Behold, I will drive out the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite from before your presence. Be careful not to make an alliance with the inhabitants of the land where you are going to enter, so that they will not be a stumbling block in your midst. You will tear down their altars, break their statues, and cut down their Asherah images. For you must not bow down to any other god, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Therefore you shall not make an alliance with the inhabitants of that land, for they will commit fornication after their gods, and offer sacrifices to their gods, and they will invite you, and you will eat their sacrifices. Or taking of their daughters for your sons, and their daughters fornicating after their gods, they will also cause your sons to commit fornication after their gods. Annual festivals. You shall not make molten gods for yourself. You shall keep the feast of unleavened bread, 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, as I have commanded you, at the appointed time of the month Abib, for in the month of Abib you left Egypt. Every firstborn is mine, and of your livestock every firstborn of cow or sheep, whether male. But you will redeem the firstborn of the donkey with a lamb, and if you do not redeem him, you will break his neck. You will redeem all the firstborn of your children, and no one will come before me empty-handed. 6 days you will work, but on the 7th day you will rest, even in plowing and harvesting, you will rest. You will also celebrate the Feast of Weeks, the feast of the first fruits of the wheat harvest, and the feast of harvest at the end of the year. 3 times in the year every male of yours shall appear before the Lord God, the God of Israel. For I will drive out the nations from your presence, and enlarge your territory, and no one will covet your land, when you go up to appear before the Lord your God 3 times in the year. You shall not offer anything leavened with the blood of my sacrifice, nor shall any of the sacrifice of the Passover festival be left until the morning. Moses and the tables of the law. You shall bring the firstfruits of the firstfruits of your land to the house of the Lord your God. You shall not boil a kid in its mother's milk. And the Lord said to Moses, Write these words, for according to these words I have made a covenant with you and with Israel. And he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights, he ate no bread, nor drank water, and he wrote on tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. And it came to pass, as Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tablets of testimony in his hand, that Moses did not know that the skin of his face shone after he had spoken with God. And Aaron and all the children of Israel looked at Moses, and, behold, the skin of his face was shining, and they were afraid to approach him. Then Moses called them, and Aaron and all the princes of the congregation returned to him, and Moses spoke to them. Then all the children of Israel came near, to whom he commanded everything that the Lord had said to him on Mount Sinai. And when Moses finished speaking with them, he put a veil over his face. When Moses came before the Lord to speak with him, he took off his veil until he came out, and he went out and told the children of Israel what was commanded him. And when the children of Israel looked at the face of Moses, they saw that the skin of his face was shining, and Moses put the veil over his face again, until he went in to speak with God.